why is crypto pulling back right now? All this good news continues to come out about crypto legislation, right, with the Genius bill that was just passed. We continue to see BlackRock swallowing up tons of Bitcoin and tons of Ethereum. It seems like everyone's so excited, yet we just saw a pullback, right? Like XRP came down off of its high that just hit yesterday. Ethereum pulled back a bit. Bitcoin's off of its high by $5,000-$6,000 at the time of this recording, but yet there's only good news. I want to go through why this is, and we're actually packing up to go somewhere, so you get this from my phone instead of through the computer with all the lights and everything. But I'm still making this video on the way out the door, so if you like that, hit subscribe, because I know people have this question, right? We hear endless good news, but yet sometimes there is a pullback, and it gets people thinking, okay, does someone know something I don't? Are they lying to me? Right? Should I actually believe in crypto? Is it actually going to continue to go up? Or am I just the exit liquidity? Let's talk about that. If you want to trade crypto, there are links underneath the video. You can check out BYDeFi. You can start trading in just a few minutes. A ton of people have been joining over there because the UI is fantastic. They have massive bonuses right now too. It's free to sign up. It's free to get started. And then they actually give you rewards just for trading. They give you extra Bitcoin. You can get up to $10,000 in Bitcoin and deposit bonuses as well. There's also a link to my Telegram, which is underneath the video, completely free too. I just post videos early there. And I posted a couple videos that will be going live on the channel, but they're early over there. Now, like I said, Bitcoin's pulling back. We just saw this historic legislation coming from Trump, getting passed through, and everyone's super excited about that, right? Crypto Twitter's clapping for it, basically. People are really excited because there's going to be regulation on stablecoin, but yet we're not pumping, right? Why is this? And this is something that I think is very confusing to people that are new to crypto or new to the financial markets in general. There are a few things that are happening right now. And, we can zoom out because we'll talk about why maybe we're not pumping even more for Bitcoin, because we've seen weeks and weeks and weeks of good news. But first, let's talk about why we're not moving like straight up right now. First of all, there are some events that happen in crypto that are very good for the long term, but may not have an initial effect the day of happening. Like this bill. This is huge for the stablecoin industry because it provides regulation. It allows new stablecoins to be made. It will bring more money into crypto, but it's not like anyone's creating the stablecoin today, right? It's not like someone sees this and they're like, okay, Trump signed this, I'm going to put in $10 billion into Bitcoin. That's not how it works, right? With more people using stablecoins, that makes it much easier for them to buy crypto, but this isn't something that happens day one. Even the news of this happening, we already had the idea that this is going to happen. Trump is obviously very pro-crypto. We knew that he was going to push this through, and we knew that for the last couple of days. So it's not like it's news to the market. Sometimes when something happens like this, people sell the news, right? They buy the hype, and then they sell the news. I don't necessarily think that's a lot of what's happening right now, but some people do take profits, right? We hit, XRP was up 20% yesterday. Ethereum was up like 10%. Bitcoin is right near all-time highs. Some people just take profits. We saw that with a big whale trader that had bought 80,000 Bitcoin for $52,000 over a decade ago. He sold a bunch of his bag this week. He made tons of money. So yeah, there are going to be people that sell, and that kind of offsets some of the people that buy, right? BlackRock and MicroStrategy continue to buy week after week. But keep in mind, the sellers only have so much Bitcoin. The buyers can buy forever, right? Like MicroStrategy has said they're going to buy the top forever. BlackRock continues to buy 15,000, 20,000 Bitcoin a week. So eventually we do push up. Zoom out and realize we are up almost 100% on the year for Bitcoin. Last year, around this time, we went down to $50,000. Now we're at 117,000. So yeah, we'll see 5% pullbacks from people taking profits or liquidations. That's happening too, right? Shorts got liquidated yesterday and the day before, and now some longs are getting liquidated over the last 24 hours. About 5 times as many longs are getting liquidated as shorts. So that's going to happen as well. So sell the news event, some people taking profits, some liquidations as well. But this is all short term, right? Like when we hit new all-time highs, sure, sometimes we see a pullback. Sometimes it's a deep pullback. Sometimes it's just very short-lived and you just need another buyer to come in to swallow up the new supply. The reason why I think so many people think that, something funky is happening because we continue to hear good news and Bitcoin's not like up 50%. Keep in mind, it's a very large market cap. So even if someone goes out and buys $50 million worth, it's not going to move it up thousands and thousands of dollars. So it is getting larger, so it takes more to move it. But a lot of what they're buying is from the OTC desks, which basically just smooths out the buying and selling. Basically, if someone wants to sell a large amount, they might go to an OTC desk, an over-the-counter desk, and say, hey, I want to sell this Bitcoin. Then Coinbase might go, okay, we'll buy it from you at this price. And it never hits the market. Like it's not like it's just sold and dumps the price of crypto. It's bought, or it's, they connect a buyer with a seller. So this person wants to sell it and then BlackRock wants to buy it. They just transition it over and get the check or get the payment. So that happens a lot actually. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because otherwise these companies and people would be selling this Bitcoin. They'd just be doing it openly. So it would be like Bitcoin's 117, then 108, then 115. And it's just like really volatile, which makes it harder for traders anyways. But I think we're in a great place, right? Zoom out, realize we're near all-time highs on Bitcoin. We just hit all-time highs on Bitcoin this week. XRP hitting new highs, recent highs, this cycle high. Some people would argue that it reached higher back in 2017, but this is the highest it's been. Let's just call it the highest it's been. Ethereum nearing 4,000, altcoins jumping all over the place. Historic legislation, XRP ETF coming, Solana ETF coming, staking on the Ethereum ETF. Of course, that's speculation, but I think those are coming this year. We have massive buying. Crypto has never been thought of any better than it is right now. We have inflation that's coming in. Some people say it's slightly higher than expected on CPI. Some people are saying it's slightly lower on PPI, right? It's coming in basically at expectations, if not slightly below. We have earnings that look pretty good as well. We have more earnings next week. I'll actually do a video talk about the biggest things that are happening next week. I'll publish that on Sunday, but so many big things are happening and crypto's in a great place. If you're wondering whether someone's trying to fool you, yes, someone's always trying to fool you. But if you stick to the large caps and you buy over time, you're going to do fine. Of course, would it have been smarter to buy the last year? Yeah. Or smarter to buy the year before that? Yeah. Or smarter to buy the year before that? Yes. That's why we make videos every single day. And I've talked about that for years. Buying makes sense. But if you're buying now, if you're looking at now, I don't think we're close to the blow off top. I don't think we're at the blow off top. We could be close, right? If everything goes right and we start seeing 20% days day after day, like you see two 20% days, you should be careful in the top altcoins. Like be careful, maybe consider taking profits. Of course, I do trade. That's where I take profits more aggressively. If you do want to check out the link to BYDeFi, you can start trading today. It's very simple to get started. And basically what you're doing is you're leverage trading. You're getting access to more capital to get even better returns. Of course, there are some risks. I've talked about that in previous videos. I actually just did a video talking about turning my $4,000 into $40,000. So go check out that video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.